The first step to starting with JOSM is to install Java. When you go to the download page, it should identify your operating system, and from there you simply need to hit the Agree and Start Free Download button. This will trigger your computer to download the installer, and then from whatever browser you're using, you can locate that installer and run it. You can also locate it in the File Explorer. Once it runs, it will open up a prompt. You press install, and then give it a few seconds to a few minutes to install the latest version of Java. In my case, I had an older version of Java, so this window pops up. You simply agree to uninstall the older version. And then it'll let you know that you're done. Once you have the latest version of Java installed, the next step is to download JOSM. On their website, they have two installers, one for Windows and one for Mac OS. As with the previous installer, you'll simply click the link to download it, and then once the download is complete, you'll execute it. With the JOSM download, they ask you what language to select. You'll walk through the installer, and then here I pause and decide to select the desktop icon option, but that's optional. You'll then select where you want the program to be downloaded to and installed, and you'll wait for the program to install. Now the download is complete, and the next step is to set up JOSM. The first step to setting up JOSM is to provide it with authorization. You'll do the Edit tab and then select Preferences. Within that, you'll go to Connection Settings and hit the Authorize Now button. You'll then be asked to enter your login credentials for OpenStreetMap, and then you'll hit Authorize Now. From there, you'll select Accept Access Token, and then you'll move to the Remote Control section. From there, you'll hit the checkbox that says Enable Remote Control. After that, the last step is to go to the Configure Available Plugins section, and you'll add in two separate plugins. The first is Buildings_Tools, and the second is Utils Plugin 2 with no spaces. Both of those are typed out in the written instructions if you have any trouble. And when each one comes up after you search for it in the search bar, you simply need to click the checkbox next to it. Once both have been checked, you simply hit OK at the bottom, and both plugins will be applied. You should get a notification. Now that JOSM has been set up, you're ready to launch tasks using JOSM. Make sure that JOSM is open on your computer, and then find a task that you wish to work on. Once you've selected it, hit Configure, and then at the following screen, you'll notice in the bottom center, there's an option to change your editor type. Select JOSM, and then hit the red button to map a task. From there, you'll be able to transition to the JOSM application on your computer, and you'll be able to edit the task from there. One final important note about setting up JOSM is that imagery is selected from a tab in the top of the screen. From that tab, you can select the different imagery sources to switch between them as you're working with JOSM. You'll notice that as you add new imagery sources, they appear as layers seen in the menu in the top right of the screen. As always, be sure to carefully monitor the task's instructions when you're selecting your imagery.